First things first, that is the secret with Canada. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki. So today I woke up feeling very compelled to make this video, and there is a reason why. So I recently did a collaboration with Chioma of Chilo Talks on YouTube, and for those of you who don't know, Chioma is a student and a researcher in Japan. Chioma talks a lot about other countries like USA, Finland, Australia, Germany, Ireland, Canada recently. Anyway, so she does that, and she also talks about life as a black student in Japan. So I reached out to her and she granted me her platform. The video is out. If you haven't watched the video, I'm going to be linking the video up here somewhere, and if I can't do that up there, I'm going to link it down below in the description box. You should definitely check out that video. Trust me guys, that video has all the basic information that you need in order to apply for admission into a university in Canada anyway. So after I made that video, my inbox blew up. My inbox was a mess. It was fire. I had a lot of people sending me messages about coming to Canada, and it was overwhelming. The questions were very much the same, and so that was why I woke up this morning feeling like I don't know if I can continue sending the same replies over and over and over. So I decided to make this video with the commonest FAQs that people would ask when it comes to Canada. You should really watch that video that I did with Chioma, and honestly, after watching that video, come back and watch this video if you have questions. After watching this video, go ahead and apply to your school of choice. And if you have further questions, those questions better be concrete and not the basic things, because I spoke a lot in that video and I'm about to speak a lot. I have 6 of the common questions that a lot of people asked me in my inbox. I'm going to be tackling them one after the other, hopefully. So the first question that a lot of people asked was, can you stay back after your studies in Canada? This is very funny. I'm quite surprised that a lot of people asked that, because in the video that I did with Chioma, I said it that yes, you can stay back in Canada. You can stay back and get a work permit. You can stay back and do whatever it is that you want to do after your studies, as long as your documents, as long as your visa is not expired, you're good to go, right? So like I said it in that video, and I'm saying it again, yes, you can stay back in Canada after your studies. You don't need to worry about any of that. If you wanted to move back, that's up to you. So the second question is, can you work legally as an international student? Yes, of course, you can work as an international student. The only thing is, as an international student, you only get to work 20 hours a week. You can only work part-time. You can't work full-time, because if you're working full-time, then you're going to have problem with immigration. There are a lot of jobs that are available for students to work. You can work inside the campus, or you can work outside of the campus. And also, one thing about working is, when you get your study visa, you have to, of course, you have to come here and then check in at the immigration border in order to get your study permit. So the study permit is like a document printed on this special paper with like information about your studies, like the dates, the expiry dates, and all of those things. So on that study permit, it's supposed to say whether you can work or not, right? And when you are checking in at the immigration border, please ask them, can I use a study permit to work? And make sure that the study permit stipulates that you can work part-time 20 hours a week. The next question that somebody had was, how can I get my PR after studies? You have to be able to crawl before you can walk. Take one step at a time, okay? Canada is not something, you don't just come to Canada and just do everything at the same time. Your most important priority should be studies. If you came into Canada as a student, right, as long as you're still a student, your most important priority should be studying and making sure that you do whatever it takes to fulfill the requirements for that degree that you're supposed to receive. Don't think about permanent residency, because that's a very long shot. Okay, first of all, you have to get your work permits before you can even think of permanent residency. So You need to have patience, and you need to do things one at a time. Once you're done getting that degree, then move on to get a work permit. You can't get a PR after you've become a student, like after your studies. It doesn't work that way. So you have to get that work permit first by applying to IRCC, which is Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. It's very easy to get a work permit, and it's also cheap. The fourth question is, somebody asked me about careers in demand, because I guess the person watched that video that I did with Choma, and I did mention the situation of things with coronavirus and all of that. Some jobs were in demand over others. So like, this person wanted to know more about careers that were in demand over others. Coronavirus has kind of changed a lot of things here in this part of the world. The job market has been severely affected, and right now some certain careers are like, they do better than others. For example, if you are in oil and gas, I hate to bust your bubble, but like, it's difficult to get a job. I wouldn't pursue oil and gas. Oil and gas is something that is not in demand right now. A lot of people have lost their jobs in this pandemic, since the pandemic started since last year. It's just very, very difficult to get a job in the oil and gas sector. When I say not in demand, I mean like, not many employers are hiring for that kind of job compared to others. So for example, the careers that are in demand are health, because I mean, we need our healthcare practitioners. Like, anything in health kind of sells a lot now, just with the nature of things and the way coronavirus has shaped things. There's also software engineering, data analysis, data science, project management, accounting, CPA, and I think law. But law takes a long time though. Those professions seem to be doing fairly well, especially with this pandemic, and the demand for those kinds of profession is not going to drop anytime soon. I mean, those professions are still going to be in demand next year, 2022, and even after next year, 2023, and even in 2024, right? Data analysis is something that is booming a lot here and in the United States. Computer science is also doing well. Networking, programming, all of those things are doing fairly well. I like to always tell people, it's good to have a passion, but at the same time, you also want to make sure that you are choosing something that you are sure you'll be able to get a job in. So if you're selecting a program to come and study in Canada, make sure it's something that you can get a job in, something that you can easily like switch and enter into the job market. Just because if you go and you do something that's not in demand, and when you come out, it's like 50-50. If you get a job, then fine. If you're not able to get a job, then that's how you have to start waiting, or you might go through the process of doing like a career transition and trying to switch and find something else, find something different, you know, that you can work in. So when you're planning to come to Canada, try to go for something that you're sure has a very strong market, has a very strong demand in Canada, depending on the province that you want to relocate to, and then go for it. Make sure it's something that will still be in demand 3-4 years from now. The fifth question, this wasn't really a question, this was a comment that somebody made. So somebody was talking about the video, and this person said that it's too much to do, it's too difficult, and it's a lot. One thing I want to stress on is the fact that nothing good comes easy. It takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of planning to be able to move. It's not easy to just get up and want to move, and it takes a lot, right? I always tell people this: don't think that you have to do everything at once, okay? Just like one step at a time. If this is really what you want, then I don't think there is any kind of thing, any kind of stress that will make you want to complain, if that makes any sense. If Canada is really what you want, trust you will be patient. I said it takes 1 year to be able to get admission and come study here in Canada, right? But like, don't give up, don't like let yourself be so burdened or overwhelmed by the fact like that this is just a lot to handle and all. Take it one step at a time. That's the best way to do it. And always try to make sure that you're meeting up with the deadlines, and you will be fine. That's the way to succeed with applying to come into Canada. Don't think about the money involved, because that's another area where I know a lot of people have issues with. Just do it. Have faith and stay positive and work hard. For the sixth question, and which happens to be the last of the common questions that a lot of people ask, is school in UK or school in Canada. So like the people that were asking these questions, they have a program that they are pursuing in the UK. So like they're interested in a same program in a school in the UK, and they're also interested in a school in Canada. They don't know which one to choose. It depends on what you want. At the end of the day, I can't make that decision and say choose Canada or choose UK. This is something you have to sit down and you have to carefully weigh the pros, you have to weigh the cons. Is UK going to be beneficial for you in the long run? Where do you see yourself 3 years from now, 4 years, 5 years from now? If you have both opportunities for UK and Canada, sit down, think about it very well, pray over it if you believe in God. I have applied to schools in the UK. I've just never attended any school in the UK because at that time it was a lot more expensive than Canada, number one, and number two, I couldn't stay back to work if I wanted to. So if I'd gone to the UK, then I would have had to like go back to Nigeria after my studies. It's not like now where you can easily stay back in the UK and get a job. Back then that wasn't even possible. It wasn't even something that you would think about. So I wanted a place where I could stay back, so that was why I chose Canada instead. Now you can stay back in the UK, I can get a job in the UK. If you feel like Canada is for you, if you feel like that's really what is speaking to you, if you feel like that's where the opportunities are, and go for Canada. If you feel like maybe you should take UK because you think Canada is too long in terms of processing, because Canada takes forever to process, UK is faster in giving admissions and also in giving visa. So if you feel like UK is shorter in terms of their processing time and you just don't have the patience to wait for Canada, then you can go for UK. You can always move from the UK to Canada. It's not hard. A lot of people move from UK to Canada. So guys, I think I've answered all the common FAQs many of you asked in my DM. I hope that this video helps you. If you're still thinking about applying for admission, go for it. Stop wasting time. You might as well apply at this point in time. What's the worst that can happen? If you can afford to apply to 3-4 schools, spread your eggs around and just hope, have faith, pray that everything works out. I hope you liked this video and I hope it did it for you. Give it a thumbs up. Please also share this video with your friends, your family. Tell people to tell other people to tell other people. Most importantly, please try and subscribe to this channel to help me grow. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you will never miss an upload coming from me. And with that, I will be bidding you bye bye.